Yo, this room is godlike. Yo, the room is godlike, B. The first thing you see is Mario Brothers the arcade. This is godlike.
What's going on, guys? It is Mason of Delphine here today, and you know, got TriForce. That's the thing, guys. So, you know, he's in the area. We met up. That was the thing, and it was awesome. So, you know, a few days passed, and he's at my house now. And I was over at Black Pauldron's place because we were getting ready to just have a little get-together going on. So that was also really fun, but now he's here. We've been playing the arcade all night. We've been playing Wii U, Smash Bros, all this good stuff. So, you know, we just had to talk and catch up a little bit because it's been almost a whole week since I saw you. You know, how's life?
Yeah, things are fine. This whole vlogging and streaming life is very taxing on the time.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it though.
That's good, that's good. Alright, so real quick, I wanted to talk to you about basically, you know, the Switch that released in March last month. It's a month old now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is a month old.
But basically, the Switch line, you were there with C&D, Alex, for about a month. And I mean, we gotta talk about that and the end team stuff. But anyway, we just gotta talk about the Nintendo Newer stuff first. So, how did I know we already went about this and talked about how it all develops, but just for people that don't know, like, how did this all happen between you and Alex?
Well, so it like I said, it was accidental. I felt like there was a void between the whole me stepping away from standing online, being the first person to, you know, get the Nintendo, first Nintendo product. I want to focus on some other stuff internationally, back in Jamaica, in the depending on the region. So it's like Latin America, Caribbean, and Africa.
Right.
Plus I have my esports team, and then I have my personal life that I'm trying to, you know, sort out. A lot of things happen.
Kind of balance things out a little bit.
Yeah, passing of my mother, a lot of things.
Right.
So I kind of had to focus on that. The year that I launched the Nintendo Wii U was the year my mother passed.
Oh.
And that was one of the deciding factors that I need to kind of like step away from that and focus on other things. So I did. Stepped away from it, focused on some other stuff, and but then when they decided to announce the Switch, one of the issues where people were asking if I was going to be the first in line, and then I realized that, you know, this was something expected, because it's kind of like more of a tradition and culture,
right,
rather than just me standing online and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So I then spoke to Abdallah, and I told Abdallah that I need to find somebody that I can pass a torch to. Abdallah was my first option, but Abdallah was like, I can't do that, TriForce. I'm busy with what I was doing and whatnot.
He's a busy guy.
And I said that maybe we need to find an apprentice, a successor to it. And then C&D called me the next day. Well, email actually. Literally the next day? Yeah. Because I said I'll look into it, and then he said okay, because I was going to go online and start looking at some people.
Right, yeah.
So like I saw Pat the Nintendo Kid, I saw a couple of people, and then C&D emailed me and he said, hey, listen, I know that you're like the guy who stands in line. I'm interested in going to the Nintendo Switch launch a couple of days before it launched, and I want to know how I can be in within the first 10 to 100. And I'm like, oh really? And he left his YouTube page. I checked out his YouTube page and I emailed him back. I said, I'd like to talk to you. I have a proposition for you. And I told him, how would you like to be the first? And then
snowball from there?
It just went from there. Yeah.
See, that's so cool, because you mentioned in that email that he referred to you as, you know, the guy that waits in line. Mm-hmm. And was that literally how it went down? Or is he, I mean, just infamously, I feel like people that aren't informed on, you know, your background in Empire Arcadia and all that stuff just generally think that's what you do.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have no idea what I do outside of. It depends on what community you come from.
Right.
So if you're from the Nintendo community, I'm just that guy that stands in line for Nintendo products and he wears a Power Glove. If you're from the general competitive gaming community, retro community, you know me as a guy with the Guinness World Records and all that other stuff.
Right.
If you're from the fighting game community, then I'm Satan himself. And it all depends on you know, which community in gaming you're from.
Right.
There's a different story about me.
Right. See, like, the younger generation of people kind of just see you as the one that waited in line. But, I mean, coming to get to know you, you're much more than just that, obviously, like anybody is. I mean, you got a lot of stuff under your belt. You got the Guinness World Records, you got your esports team, you got the launches, you got everything. I mean...
Well, 20-something years in gaming, well, 35 years in gaming as a whole. 20 years standing the line, 15 years in esports.
Right.
So you know, I've been in gaming for some time now. So it's built up over the time. It defines who I am, but I'm nowhere near done. I'm trying to redefine myself now.
Right. All right. So about redefining yourself, I mean, generally, like closing out of the Switch line. Was that kind of the closure, kind of what that was all about? How was that?
That closes one chapter of my life in gaming. It doesn't end my entire legacy in gaming. So I'm no longer the Captain N. I was Captain N for like literally 3 different ages. I did a video on it called The End of an Era. It gives you an idea about it. But then, you know, C&D is like the new guy to take over.
Yeah.
So he will hold down the whole, you know, products of Nintendo and the culture and the launches, the gathering. He's like the guy that you meet. That's like the, I don't want to call him a celebrity because I think, to me, calling him a celebrity kind of takes away from it.
Right.
But he's like that's why I call him the Cap.
Yeah.
You know, he's like Captain America for like Nintendo. So that's who he is. He's the go-to guy. Right.
So I mean, okay, the community obviously had a big input on the time you guys had there. I mean, overall, how was it fun?
Oh no, it definitely was fun.
Tiring?
It's an experience, but I'm used to the whole tiring stuff and stuff like that. And it was refreshing to do it with somebody who had the same type of passion and dedication as I had. That's what made it even better. So it really forced me to kind of step my game up. Like the day when I tried to overshoot it so early in the week, and it took a toll on me the first week. And then I knew I was like, gotta take this serious because you know, I don't know how C&D looked at me. But he came to me asking me to help him become the first. So I have to, you know, I had to follow that up. So then I said, okay, let me get some rest, get my act together. And then from there, I just had to hold it down.
Right. So that is so cool. I mean, just the way everything falls into place. That's basically where that ends up. Yeah. But I mean, that is so cool though. But now, since that's all said and done, you got Switch, you got, you know, all that good stuff. Well, what's this with the whole in team now? Just for people that don't know.
Well, there's a video. Don't mean to shamelessly.
No, you're good. You're good.
There's a thing called transitioning the path of the game master. The road in which I was is what C&D's taken over. I have to find a way to evolve past that. What can I do with my career, my legacy in gaming, or you know, all my contributions in gaming? What can I do with that helps benefit society? So I want to do more than just playing video games and having fun. I want to have a profound positive impact on people's lives of all classes, ethnicities, regions, all of that. I just want to have a positive impact and help people. And video games can help the world tremendously on that positive level. People just have to be creative on how to do it. And that's when I decided to say, okay, you know something? I've done charities before. I go to Jamaica and I help people. You know, I've gone to like charity organizations and functions and stuff like that, sickle cell, feeding the poor. My everyday life, walking to the street to go get food in the morning to bring back to the house. There's an elderly lady who's sitting in the street, you know, and she has nothing, and I buy her food. So I do this almost every day in Jamaica. So I was like, how can I find a way to take this to the next level and help more people? Right. So that's when I said, okay, once I push this responsibility on C&D, that'll free me up with the time to go and do that. Yeah. But I can't do it alone. If I want a bigger impact, it will take more people. Right. And that's when the N team was formed. The concept of it.
So for everybody else that doesn't know, still, who's all on this besides you and me? And
so we have what we call Superman, which is Abdallah. Okay. Right. And then we have Green Lantern, which is Nintendo Cade. We have Wonder Woman, which is Nintendo Cade Evelyn. We have well, we've accepted him to be Black Adam, but some people think he's Lobo, which is Etika. We have Flash, which is C&D, and we have you, who's Aquaman. And everyone says, you know, TriForce, you must be Batman. Then we have guys that, what we would, Valhalla's Ark, we would call that the Watchtower. So we have Black Pauldron as Martian Manhunter, and we have Robin as Batgirl. So yeah, and we're trying to look for a Hawk Girl as well. So yeah, trying to follow the whole Justice League thing. But if this was Marvel, I'd be, I don't know if I'd be Captain America or what's this guy's name, Black Panther.
Maybe Thor.
Nah.
No? You don't think
Thor.
so?
Definitely not Thor.
No?
No. Billy Mitchell is Thor. Walter Day is Odin. And like those guys are like the elder gods. Like that's why we call them the elder gods there.
You just got that wiseness to you. It just kind of gives me a Thor vibe. I don't know.
Then I would have to be Black Panther then. Definitely.
Black Panther. Okay.
If it was Marvel, I'd be Black Panther.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. But okay, so real quick, Aquaman.
Yeah.
You guys like that? Get it? Mason, Delfino, Island, Water. I like it too. So anyway, is there anything else we got to talk about before this closes out?
So the thing that's going to happen for me next now is me returning back to Jamaica to launch our first international campaign. This will determine the success or the future success of the N Team initiative. Right. I'm going to go to Jamaica and I'm going to try to feed a small community of a couple hundred people and bring them the video game experience, the Nintendo experience. Yeah. With the Nintendo Switch, I have the 3DS that I can share with the community, and I have a Nintendo Wii down there. So everything that happened at the Nintendo Switch line, I'm going to try to mimic that in Jamaica, in my local community. I'm going to vlog it and try to stream it and show the community what one person can do with the help of the Nintendo community. That is the coolest idea ever. So, I mean, thank you so much for stopping by. It was a good time. Thank you, man. Anytime. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Empire Arcadia down below. That is his channel along with everybody else's in his esports team. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you next time.